just here to make your ex-man jealous. Dance the night away.
All right, welcome back to another episode of What We Talking About on Wednesday. What the? I have been away because, why am I not wearing my glasses? Wow. I've been away because life, you know? That's all I got, life. So, we have many of things to talk about today. It is the third one. I don't know my calendar, girl. It is the second Wednesday of the month. And next Wednesday, I will not be in the country of Canada. I will be in the country of Mexico. I will be there for my best friend's wedding. And I will probably do what we're talking about on Wednesday because I like to talk and I want to do it in a tropical location. Anyway, so that's that. Next week when you see me and I'm on a beach or if I'm in a hotel or a different location, that's why. And if I don't do one altogether, it's because I'm having too much fun and I figure y'all can win. But let's get into the drama anyway. So the first thing I want to talk about is really quickly the Met Gala. I'm not going to post any pictures. I'm not going to talk about the looks because whatever. I've never really understand the purpose of the Met Gala. I feel like it's a party for rich people to spend as much money as they can or get the most outlandish outfits and hats and face masks and things of that nature that light up and shoot glitter, or you strip down and they just sort of party with each other like they normally do. So I don't really care for the Met Gala. Shout out to Cardi B though, because her outfit was bomb. But I don't get the purpose. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Speaking of rich people, Taylor Swift, what was it? Last week at the Billboard Music Awards, decided she was going to perform, and a lot of people were up in arms because her performance felt very reminiscent of a Mrs. Knowles, aka Miss Carter, aka Beyonce's homecoming special with Netflix. Taylor Swift decided to come up with her own drum line, or what do they call them? Orchestra? It's not orchestra. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, the people with all the instruments who play together are usually at universities and colleges and high schools in the States. Yeah. So Taylor Swift had her own specific drum line, and they were wearing pink, and they were bopping to a beat very similar to Beyonce's in the beginning of Homecoming. And people felt like she was doing what she normally does, is, okay, ladies, now let's appropriation. She was copying Beyonce, as she tends to do, and getting all the accolades and the celebrations because Taylor Swift did it. But no, the Beehive was not having it. The Beehive felt like Miss Taylor Swift has come one too many times for Beyonce's ideas and tried to claim it as her own. And people went buck wild on Twitter. But the Swifters, or the T-Swizzlers, or whatever they call themselves, we're not having it as well. And people, even on shows like entertainment shows, were coming out with the receipts that Taylor Swift did it first. And then someone else came out and said, no, Beyonce did it first. And then someone else said, well, Taylor Swift has always paid homage to the drum lines and the things of that nature. And ultimately, I think it comes down to timing. Each time that she does a performance or a music video that's similar to Beyonce, it's almost Beyonce comes out with it a month or 2 months later, Taylor Swift comes out with it. Now with this whole homecoming look that they both said that people have both said that they've done, again, it's like she did it before they said. Beyonce's been around longer. Beyonce's done it long before Taylor Swift. So as far as I'm concerned, and I guess you can say I'm biased because I am a beehiver, if you will, not on the aggressive side, but I still stand for her. Beyonce did it first. They've been performing and practicing, and she's in homecoming at HBCUs in the areas where the drum line and those sort of things practiced long before Taylor Swift was even a thought. So as far as I'm concerned, Beyonce did do it first. And the timing and the way it looked and the beat and everything really makes it look like, as usual, Taylor Swift is just cutting a page out of Beyonce's book and calling it her own. I do not like Taylor Swift, so I guess coming from me, you wouldn't expect much else than for me to not side with her and decide with Beyonce. Realistically speaking, though, everybody almost copies everybody at some point in time. At this day and stage in our lives and the world, nothing is really unique. So I wasn't all that up in arms about it because I didn't even watch the Billboard Awards. But when I did see it, I was like, oh, I could see that. I can see that. Oh, and they were hashtagging it Mayochella. Ooh, y'all came with it with that one. I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole. On to the next topic. It's prom season, and prom season in the States, and I guess now in Canada, apparently, comes with promposals. And I'm just going to post a picture right here for you to see. This promposal in the States was a little too far to the left for, I think, some people. You know, if I was black, I would be picking cotton, but I'm not. I'm white, so I'm picking you for prom. That is like that's where your mind goes when you think of promposal. You couldn't think of anything else, or you're just that much of a dick. Either way, if a boy ever comes to my future daughter's door and tries to promposal to her, I'm going to tell her she has to have some serious standards for these promposals. And anything that is derogative, disrespectful, or suggestive, we ain't having it. So to the person in the States, the young fellow who decided that that was clever or humorous, you know, that's all I got for you. I'm not going to give you that much energy because you're clearly an ignorant little child who thought it was funny, thought you'd get a laugh. You probably thought you'd go viral. So that's why I don't want to give you too much attention. But F you nonetheless. All right. We're going to move on to the last topic. Now, I don't know if some of you have heard about this, but there was a video that came out last week about a teacher kicking a student, a 5-year-old student. Now, when you play the video, I don't have it for you. I can't source it for you, so I'm not going to share it, but look it up. When you see the video of the young child seems to be sort of acting out a little bit. She's not ready to leave the library. She's kind of just doing her own thing. And she finds a bookshelf and she's going to crawl into it and kind of lie down and take a break. Teacher was not having it and decided she was going to wait for the librarian, seemingly the librarian, to turn her back on the teacher. And the teacher decided to take a little sideswipe and kick her in the back. Like, what the hell are you doing? And that's a easy no for me. My child came home and told me that their big head ass teacher had put hands, feet, elbows, behinds on them, I'm going to jail. Lock me up. I don't know where this teacher's mind went. She must have been annoyed with this child. Maybe this child is known for being problematic, but at the end of the day, I don't care how frustrated you are. If you felt like you couldn't handle it and you were getting angry, you should have walked away and asked the librarian to deal with it. I can't deal with this right now. Can you handle her? Send her to the classroom, or I'll come back in a minute and get her. But you put your foot on her and kicked her and then shook her and grabbed her. This lady was so aggressive with this child. Oh, Lord have mercy. I would have easily gone to jail that day. This lady was first suspended with, I think she was suspended with pay. And then upon researching the situation and looking at the footage, I believe she was let go. Do I think that's enough? Legally speaking, yes. Illegally speaking, no. Somebody needs to kick her big head ass in the back, Lord. She kicked that baby in the back and let her know that it's not okay to hit people's children. I don't know what's going on with the world. I don't know what's going on with people's minds. I don't know if everybody's just so frustrated that they don't know how to deal with things anymore. But I'll tell you something. When I become a mother and my kid comes home and tells me that any kind of whack-a-mole behavior went on in school between teacher, parent, or other student, you best believe I'm going to believe in my child. I'm going to be in that school so fast, they're going to hate to hear my shoes coming down the hallway. You know when they say, you know the saying, the devil, be the kind of woman that when your feet hit the floor, the devil knows you're awake? That's how I'm going to be. If my baby tells me something happens and I have to go to the school, they're going to know me by first name. I don't know what that teacher was thinking. I don't know if she has kids or if she just didn't like the little girl, but there's a better way to deal with it. And on any given day, she could have got her ass busted by the parent of the child. She's lucky she didn't. People are crazy in the world today, but you know what? I'm going to keep talking about it. So thank you for watching this episode of What We're Talking About on Wednesday, and I'll see you next week.